one that was kind of hitting on what I was saying. Will we ever cheat death and become immortal with mind uploading? So obviously mind uploading is a trending topic. A movement called transhumanism is even devoted to using science and technology to augment our bodies and our minds and allow humans to merge with machines.
That's weird.
Eradicating old age as a cause of death. So the big question is, can we really evade death? And the top person on here that it shows is Elon Musk. So that looks like that's something that he is big into.
Oh, definitely. But he's into some next world shit, bro. Like, I mean, I think ultimately what he's trying to do is he's trying to get trust from the public by being the big patriot and restoring freedom of speech and all that good stuff. So everybody just kind of goes, that's the way I would do it. I mean, if you're an asshole and nobody likes you anyway, nobody's going to listen to what you have to say, you know?
Yeah, kind of like, you know, everyone decided they didn't like Trump, so they voted for fucking Joe Biden, and here we are.
Yeah, and now they're crying about it, or at least some of them are crying about it. The other ones are still trying to defend him. I don't know how or why, but, you know, it's just odd that, you know, they're talking about, like, I remember a study back in 2005-ish. Yeah, 2005, 2006, where they were talking about human life, and all life for that matter, is evaporating 25% faster than it was like 100 years ago.
Pertaining to what? Like, what's causing it to evaporate? How do you define life is evaporating? Like, what does that mean?
Like different species, like you have more animals going on the endangered species list. You have contamination of the oceans, contamination of the forest not being almost non-existent in itself. Then you have the radiation emitted, you know, from the 5G towers, and it's only going to escalate from there. We're going to go from 5G to 6G to 7G, AG. I mean, how far can we go before folks just start boiling up and just killing over?
Well, I mean, and overpopulation is also a factor in that as well. I mean, you can only have, you know, how many people live in China or Japan?
Oh, fuck.
Millions.
Well, Japan is not nearly as overpopulated as China.
Yeah.
China is pretty much shoulder to shoulder. You go to Shanghai or go anywhere like that, and you go out in cities, you know, Hong Kong,
you know,
it's shoulder to shoulder people all the fucking time.
Technology over there, and they're building upwards towards the sky, you know, to get more space, but yeah, you can only go so far. It says mind uploading describes a hypothetical process of separating a person's consciousness, which involves their emotions, thought process, experiences, and basically everything that makes a person unique, then converting it into a digital format, and finally transferring the digital conscious into a different substrate like a machine.
Like a machine or a machine?
It says like a machine.
I don't know.
Not really.
See, I don't doubt that that's going to happen. I mean, because what's going to happen as jobs become more and more scarce, like robotics are taking over. That's cut and dry. And I think the whole thing, you know, like Burger King announced, I can't remember if it was Sweden or Norway or something like that. Burger King announced they were going to be they wanted to be the first fast food chain to go 100% robotic, from the cashier to the fry machine, flipping the burgers, everything. And then at Denny's, I saw a video. They didn't say exactly where it was, but it was Denny's. And it had this robot server coming out and delivering the food to the tables. And they just picked their food up off of the server, the robotic tray, and it would just go off back to the kitchen. So you don't need servers now. You don't need food runners. That thing's on demand. You just like, come over here, Robo 234. Get over here and get my fries, bitch.
But, you know, most people, when they go out for dining, they go out for the experience of conversing with the server and the food knowledge and all of that. So are you going to have a robot that knows all of those things and can intelligently converse with somebody, or is it just going to be like, boop, boop, your order's up? Like, you know, I
have no idea.
I would like to think that if I went to a nice fine dining restaurant and some robot just kind of ran up and set my food down and went away, like, where's the experience in that? Where's, you know, like it.
Futurama, man. Everything's a thing of the past, you know. I mean, people used to like to just go out and sit and watch a sunset, man. Now they want to look in their smartphones and their freaking iPhones and iPads, and, you know, technology's running rampant right now, you know.
It's an interesting topic and concept, but are they advanced enough? Are they advanced enough to actually seem realistic right now, or is it just something that's gonna, like what are the things called, the Rombas? They just bump around, and if they hit a wall, they'll turn and they'll go, but they're not very intelligent. So I mean,
not at further, but I mean, not at now, but I think that they're not far from it.
Oh no, absolutely not. No,
like
I don't.
Artificial intelligence, man, computers learn every second that they're running.
Right.
Like they're constantly learning. I know people that still haven't learned their damn lesson, and it's been 50 years, and they're still doing the same old shit. Man, the computer knows, okay, boom, this is the cause and effect of this situation right here, and it corrects itself. That's what Elon was talking about. He was talking about how dangerous this AI is because it's already advancing to a superior intelligence. And if artificial intelligence is superior to our intelligence, then we're pretty fucking stupid.
Well,
and we probably need robotic influence. I mean, who the hell knows? I mean, people are dumb, dude. Just look at America today.
Another question or topic: is Elon Musk human? We've all thought it.
He claims to be an alien.
Martian is what he said, right?
Yeah.
He said his son. He tried to name his son some like AEO. No, I'm not saying the exact name. This is just an example. It was like AEO 5 something or another.
AEIOU.
I don't think. Does he live in California?
Lives in Austin now.
Austin. Okay.
He was in California.
I think at the time, I don't think California allowed him to name his son that name.
They didn't allow him to do some of the projects he wanted to do too, but Texas apparently is going to let him do it.
So is this robotic subconscious research just something of an alien? Something from if he is from Mars, who knows? Maybe it's ran by robots. So maybe he has a secret agenda, maybe,
I mean, if you look at the Sumerian tablets, it tells us what, it goes back thousands upon thousands of years,
Well, the Sumerian tablet, it was like 3,000 or 4,000 years before the Holy Bible was written. And a lot of the same stories that are in the modern day Holy Bible are in the Sumerian tablets. The whole Noah's flood was in there. They have their own form of their Adam and Eve, which it said that I can't remember the names, but the Anunnaki came to Earth and made the humans a slave race.
Yeah.
And one of the Anunnakis chose to save the humans. And so in the Sumerian tablets, the serpent was actually the one helping us. And so the serpent teased us with an apple. We ate apple and now we're humans. Well, in their version, and I might be butchering a little bit, but from what I got in their version, the serpent was the one that helped save the humans from the ones that decided, were they here for gold? Mining gold, maybe?
Mining for gold.
Right, mining gold, maybe.
That's what the tablets say. I mean, they were mining for gold.
And so once they got, I believe it went, some of the Anunnaki mated with humans, it says in there, and so came giants. And that exact story is also in the book of Enoch. But in the book of Enoch, it says that the angels mated with the humans, and then there was a flood. So the same concept was in the Sumerian tablets, that they were mating, and the Anunnaki decided to wipe out the human race, but the serpent saved us, or something to that effect. I don't want to butcher it.
A lot of people seem to dissect the Old Testament and somehow twist it around to believing that Lucifer is not Satan. Lucifer is somebody else, but he's the one that interceded for man because God kept, okay, I'm making you, you keep fucking up, I'm going to destroy you. I made you, you keep fucking up, I'm going to destroy you. Apparently, somewhere in between, Satan or Lucifer, whoever, was interceding for man as a humanist of some sort. I don't know. There's so many different stories, man. There's so many different stories that are omitted from the Bible, and for that reason, people just totally disregard them because they're not part of that book. But they don't understand that whole Bible is a compilation of many different books from many different cultures from many different periods.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Like the story of Jesus, for example. That's not original with Christianity. I mean, there's 16 other crucified saviors out there in different cultures of the world. Different Moses, different Noahs. I mean,
well, that's what I was saying with, I do know for a fact that with the Sumerian tablets, a lot of the same stories were written into the Bible and then used for whatever purposes. I'm not being religious or anything, but they were used for whatever purpose, whether you want to say it was control or I personally believe it was written for control, but
slavery.
Right.
Like Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, I think one of the reasons why, because America is still very new. We're still a very new country. I mean, we're not even 300 years old yet. We've already practically destroyed ourselves, and I think they used the slave days because it never made sense to me. We have to talk about the black slaves, okay? But we didn't talk about black slave owners. We didn't talk about who sold the slaves. We didn't talk about any of that. We didn't talk about the Chinese slaves. We didn't talk about the European slaves, the Irish slaves. We didn't talk about any of that. I think we're all slaves. And I think in an effort to stop a revolution of some sort, they changed the name of it. We're no longer slaves. We're all wage slaves. Like if you're lower class, middle class, you work paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
The government or whatever secret society out there is taking your money that they didn't earn, for just taking your hard-earned dollar. I don't see any improvements going on.